Hi class, my name is Ashley Torres, and today I will be discussing the appeals to accomplishment fallacy. So picture the scenario: a really well-known athlete is endorsing a soap brand in a commercial, and they're claiming that it's the best money can buy, that other competitors in the market can't even hold a candle to how great this product is, and that this athlete is using it after their games to stay fresh, and it's the best product out there. We know that this athlete is not a scientist, but people believe them because of their popularity within their own sport and how just popular in the media that they are. This is just a simple example of the appeals to accomplishment fallacy. And this fallacy basically heavily relies on, or is heavily used in advertisements, in the political environment, and in the business world as well. And throughout all of my research, I did come across old videos of Terry Crews in Old Spice commercials. And Old Spice is basically just a hygiene brand that have a bunch of different products under their names. And we can really see this fallacy in these commercials. They are not super strong examples, but they are pretty funny, and also it gives you a small feel of how this fallacy is used within the media. And with this being a funny example, this fallacy can actually be very dangerous if it's used in wider media, especially in the political world and in the business world as well. So it's good to be able to identify and avoid using it in our own lives to stop this constant cycle. So today we will be discussing and basically just going into what is this fallacy, how to avoid it, and how to identify it so that we don't end up using it ourselves. And this fallacy occurs basically when someone is using their accomplishments or their reputation to support the argument rather than to support that argument with factual evidence. So they just use their own reputation instead of actual factual evidence. So how to avoid using this fallacy? So some key pointers to look at would be to look for what the person is saying in that statement and look for if there's any facts to back it up. So, and also to see if the person is using their authority or past successes in order to justify their own opinions, as well as fact check. So fact checking is really important. So check out the name of the person that they name dropped, or check out that own person's credentials and see if that really aligns with what they are trying to say. And in order to avoid this, so look at your own credentials and see if you are well versed in this topic in order to make such a boisterous opinion on it, or have facts to support your own argument instead of just using your own credentials. And as well as just fact check yourself before you start saying things, like before you start name dropping other people's names. It's important to fact check and make sure that you're giving out the proper information prior to. And with that being said, I personally had some experience with someone trying to use this fallacy on me. And this was before I even knew about this fallacy in depth, so I kind of wish I would have known about it prior to, so I could have probably addressed it a little better back then. So I currently work at an oral surgeon's office, and one of the oral surgeons, they just began to rant about the political environment, and when we were trying to fact check him on these claims that he was making, he was saying that, oh, he's a very intelligent man, and how his degree in medicine and everything somehow, some way made it so that he was intelligent enough to talk about the political environment and acting like an expert within that. And I feel like if I would have known that he was using this fallacy on us, I feel like he didn't know directly that he was using this fallacy, but I feel like I would have been able to address it a lot better. And it was just funny that I was like reminiscing on this while researching this topic, so I thought it was important to bring up. And the appeals to accomplishment fallacy, now that we know what it is, we can now see that it can be very dangerous, because that oral surgeon is a medical professional, and they were kind of deluded in this whole topic of politics. And imagine this on a grander scale. So like saying that politicians, they use this on us, saying that they're great businessmen, that's why they are qualified to run for like mayor or something like that. So it's important to be able to identify and address these this fallacy in order to make well-informed decisions for yourself then. Thank you. Have a good one.